All right, what is up guys? JaretCampisi, welcome back to the channel. Today is gonna be a really fun day because we're gonna be taking our beautiful Panigale V4 SP with the new Termi titanium exhaust, the sprint filter, and the ECU flash over to a Yamaha of Camp Hill, putting it on the dyno and finding out how much power it makes after our performance modifications. I'm excited for this. I know you are too. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. All right, so first thing I wanna do is start this puppy up, put it in the race mode. Boom. We are going to be giving this bike away. Patreon.com/Campisi Customs if you want to be entered to win this bike or a custom Ducati Monster 1200. Let's hear this puppy start up. All right, let's head on out. This bike is so ridiculous now. A night and day difference from the stock exhaust, stock filter, and the stock flash. And again, this is just a slip-on, but everyone pretty much agreed in the comment section on YouTube and in Patreon that there's really no need for a full system, especially if this makes as much power as I think it's going to make today. And to be honest guys, the dyno isn't the end-all be-all, it's just something for fun. At the end of the day, I know that saving 10 pounds and probably adding 10 horsepower or more in the mid-range, that's where it matters for the street, because that's where you're using it on the street. Very rarely can I get all the way up to 14,000, 15,000 RPMs on this thing. If you are, you're going to be tripling or quadrupling the speed limit, which, you know, you're rolling the dice there. But so in stock form, this bike put down 179 horsepower, I believe, was our best run, and that was in 4th gear. So today we're going to be doing the same thing, just throwing it right back on the dyno. Manny also sent me some tie downs, things that attach to where the passenger pegs would go, so that we can properly strap the bike down. I don't think the tire was spinning last time, so it should still be a fair comparison. But with adding more power and especially more torque, we just want to make sure that it's not spinning on the dyno, so that we're getting the as accurate as a rating as we possibly can. Everyone's busy today, so that's why I'm by myself headed to the dyno. I wanted to try and get out in the early morning because it's already in the 90s, and it's supposed to be like probably 98 to 100 degrees again today. So yeah, Pennsylvania's been very warm. I'm still fully geared up, just pouring sweat underneath everything, but sweat wipes off a lot easier than road rash. Nothing like a bumper just sitting in the middle of the road. That's the kind of shit that's scary on a bike, because if you hit that on a bike, you could easily wipe out. And I wish that people would pay more attention to shit like that, because tire scraps and car stuff and all that shit on a bike can be deadly. Something that's stupid. So I don't like seeing that. I would have grabbed it if I had the chance, but the light turned too quickly. So if you guys missed my last video, doing the first ride with the new exhaust and all the performance mods, I'll give you the cliff notes. Sounds incredible. Definitely feel the 10 pounds of weight loss. Definitely added some serious horsepower, and the bike feels a lot more de-restricted. So now the throttle feels a lot more connected than it did, and it's just a completely different bike. So much more fun to ride. The auto blips, like, they sound incredible. When you're on throttle and quick shifting, you get these pops that just sound absolutely ridiculous. So very, very happy with this exhaust, and just excited to see what it does on the dyno. I'll give you guys just a little taste of what this thing can do. ridiculous. And the reason why it's so insane is because of how effortless it feels, not only for the bike, but for the rider. Like, it doesn't even feel like I'm going that fast. You look down and you're doing ridiculous speeds on this thing. So it's it's a great way to wake up in the morning. And my gas light just came on, so I gotta stop by a gas station and put some gas in this thing. The other thing I forgot to mention, which is really, really nice about the new exhaust, way less heat. I'd say probably half as much heat as there was. I mean, here it is 90s. I'm sitting in stop and go traffic, and I can feel the heat, honestly, obviously underneath me, but it's about half as much, maybe even less than half of what it used to be. Like, totally manageable now, and being able to use it like in an everyday situation, like getting stuck in traffic. So that's something that's really important, and something that people don't even really think about when it comes to putting on a new exhaust system. So all right, we have arrived. The Yamaha Triumph KTM of Camp Hill. I gotta get this bike inside and get it cooled off along with myself, because I am just literally covered in sweat right now. My God, it's hot. All right, got the bike inside, hooked it, or got it next to a fan. Gonna try to cool it off for a little bit. And then we gotta install the little things I was telling you guys about. So these right here, that's where we're gonna use to tie it down, make sure that it doesn't spin the tire on the dyno. All right, so JR got these installed here. Whoops, these installed here, so we'll be able to use those to strap it down, make sure we're not spinning tire. I also put it in race mode, turned everything off. So traction controls off, wheelie controls off, slide controls off, that doesn't really matter. I think we're ready to go. So he's gonna push it up on the dyno and then get it all set up, and we'll do some runs. So that was the reason right there that we wanted those for the tie downs right here, because last time we had to use it here, which really isn't the right way to do it. So he said ideally maybe want him to attach over here, but this should be enough now to keep the wheel from spinning. He's gonna get everything set up. We got fans on it, and then it should be good to go. Look at that beast, ready to rock. All right, folks, moment of truth. Here we go. Crackling and popping in there. So I don't know if you got that one or not. Let's see. 191. Holy crap. That's 12 horsepower. Oh my God. JR's laughing. 191. It picked up 12 horsepower already from last time. Yeah. All right. Here we go. Number 2. That curve looks phenomenal too. Look at that. Holy crap. That's insane. Let's try one more. That's insane. 192, 44, I think it was. 47? So yeah, there you go. That's insane. 13 horsepower we picked up. That's awesome. So I had JR pull up our stock run, which was 179.27. That's the thicker blue line. And then our latest highest horsepower, which was 192.47. And you can see, like I said, I even felt more power lower down in the RPM range. You can see it right there. I mean, that could be 5-10 horsepower right there down in the lower range. Then it almost touches each other right here. And then look at the difference at the top end. Massive horsepower gains. That could, I don't know if he can show us a difference in horsepower numbers here, but that looks like 10 or 15 horsepower up top right there. So that's crazy with just a $2,700 slip-on and the T800 up map and the sprint filter, which all comes with the package. I'm really, really happy with that. So that is freaking awesome. Dado's gonna be stoked. Manny's gonna be stoked. That's impressive. And there it is. That's the guy who did it right there. The Termi titanium. Blacked out slip-on exhaust. So shout out to Manny at Moto Million. Thank you very much for this system. I say we keep it. That's a ridiculous amount of power. That's pretty much the same horsepower that our old V4 did with a full titanium system and the Acura up map. but again, half the price, actually probably about a third of the price. So that's freaking awesome. I'm super stoked with that. And now we can pull it off and ride it home. All right, so I did want to take a quick look out here. They got some of these cool Fox little four-wheelers for kids, which are really, really cool. And you can go up to a little bit older. I always wanted one of these when I was a kid, but we didn't have any money. And then JR told me he's got his R1 out here for sale. All kinds of really cool stuff done, motor work done, owned only by him. You know, JR's the one who just put the bike on the dyno for us. And that's a really nice R1. I'm not sure what they're asking for, but if you're interested, hit up Yamaha of Camp Hill, ask for JR, tell him I sent you. That thing is beautiful, full exhaust, like I said, port polish, motor work done, all kinds of upgrades. Very nice R1 available. So let him know. In the meantime, I'm gonna suit up, hop on the bike, and head on home. So heading back home, that makes me so happy, dude. Cause I say this stuff to you guys that it feels faster and all this stuff, and I feel like sometimes you guys think I'm just blowing smoke up your ass, but you know, I try to be as objective as I possibly can, you know, and yeah, I'm just stoked, man. 179 horsepower to 192.5, so 13.5 horsepower gain. That is freaking crazy. So again, huge thank you to Yamaha of Camp Hill. All the guys down there always take good care of me. They're awesome people. If you guys need motorcycles, parts, work done, dyno runs, anything, head on down there, tell them I sent you. They will take care of you. So yeah, I'm just gonna enjoy my ride home on this beast. And I think, you know, after numbers like that, I think we keep this exhaust system, we put the other money back into the fairings, and we do full carbon fiber all the way back to the carbon subframe as well, and we really make this something special, because now we, you know, that opens up some extra money we can use on other parts if we don't do the full system. I think this thing sounds awesome. It makes a ridiculous amount of power. It looks freaking cool. The flash, everything worked perfectly well, so I'm really, really happy. If this is my bike, I'd keep this exhaust on it, and I'd be really happy with that. And to be honest, guys, we're only at 687 miles on this thing. It's not even completely broken. You know, it's broken in. We've done the break-in service, but I'm saying it'll continue to make power all the way up until it hits a few thousand miles. So this thing could easily on a, oh yeah, it was 96 degrees out today too. So this thing in a nice crisp 50-degree weather, after a couple thousand miles on it, I think it could do 200 horsepower easily. So that makes me really happy. Now I'm ready to face my black brother, Mr. 650 Ebe, in a juicy smackdown against his Panigale V4R. So we need to get him we need to get him out. Panigale gets respect, man. We need to get him out to Pennsylvania, see our new house, get some smackdowns in. Obviously his V4R has a lot more work done to it. It's probably a lot lighter, makes more power, the engine in general. But I still think it'd be fun to see what the difference is in power between those two bikes. So yeah, that's gonna do it. Don't forget, guys, if you want to be entered to win this bike, patreon.com/Campisi Customs. That's how we support these series. You also be entered to win our custom Ducati Monster 1200. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.